All right, welcome to Workspace Spark, and thank you so much for listening in. Today, we are interviewing one of the best, she has one of the best products out right now. We are so excited that you're going to get to see it in this month's box. And so, we're going to introduce Courtney Spritzer. I'm going to read her bio really quickly, and then we'll go ahead and get into the interview. Courtney Spritzer is a CEO of Socialfly and inventor of DigiCards. Socialfly is a leading social first digital and influencer agency. In March of 2020, the team at Socialfly was forced to take their operations remote and conduct business through video calls, like most of us. After many video calls, the team at Socialfly decided to develop DigiCards to make meetings more engaging in their internal meetings. Courtney is the co-author of Like, Love, Follow, the Entreprenista. Am I saying that correctly, Courtney?
Entreprenista.
Entreprenista Guide to Using Social Media to Grow Your Business. She's appeared on Bloomberg, Entrepreneur.com, The Cheddar TV, and is a co-host of the Entreprenistas podcast. Courtney holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics and a major in business studies from New York University. Courtney is a recipient of the Smart CEO Brava Award and drums 50 under 30 in digital marketing. Courtney is a native New Yorker and lover of fashion. I have never been to New York. I need to get to New York. You can find
go and you don't need to go to New York right now. Wait a few years.
Opens back up. You can find her on Instagram at Court Spritzer, where she shares her passion for fashion, food, and travel. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so we're going to jump right in because I know our subscribers are interested in learning more about you and DigiCard. So first question, what is Zoom fatigue? I mean, now we are all online, and as things open back up, we are still going to be online. So what is Zoom fatigue, and is it really a real thing?
It's absolutely a real thing. And I like to describe it as feeling like you are on one endless Zoom meeting. I know when we first took our business remote, we were in back-to-back Zoom meetings. And that's still the case today, although I've found some ways to put more breaks into my day. But yes, for a lot of people, you are on Zoom meetings nonstop from the second you wake up to, for some businesses, right before you go to bed. During one of the meetings that we had with our team, we have about 30 people on the team. We were all on a Zoom call together, and my business partner and I were asking questions, and people weren't really engaging or responding. It was very hard to read the room because there's a lot of little squares and faces to look at. And I had this idea, and I called my business partner right after. I said, wouldn't it be great if we had very colorful visuals? So when we ask questions to the group, we could visually see what people are thinking, and we can also use them as a way to engage or move past technical glitches faster, because there's always a technical glitch in almost every single Zoom call. And I thought it would just make the meetings a lot lighter. So these are the cards here. There's 20 in a pack. They're very colorful, as you can see, and they all address a common Zoom issue.
Awesome. I love that. I love that you saw a need and created a solution. So did you get the team kind of excited? Were they excited to kind of see this process?
Yes. So our main business is Socialfly. It's a social media agency. And we were able to get the team really involved in coming up with all the creative. Our creative team came up with all of the images that you see here. We went to work and put together a marketing plan, and we buy all of the ads for this product so that we could get the word out. So it was definitely a fun kind of team building exercise to put this all together. And then we tested it out for ourselves. And then once we saw how well it was working, we decided that this would be a really great product to get into the hands of other businesses and schools.
Awesome. I can only imagine. It's like eating your own dog food, right? You're a social media agency, and it's like you create a solution for people, and then you get to use some of the skills that you do for your own clients, for your own product, for your team to see. So I think that's so amazing. Great case study, and great case study for your clients, right?
Exactly.
I love that. What has been the feedback from organizations? What has been the feedback of the DigiCards?
Yes. Uh, Across the board, our clients really love DigiCard. They have shared with us that this has certainly helped improve their Zoom calls. And for a lot of businesses, we're actually customizing the cards and putting company values on the cards, typical sayings. Because as you know, as you take a company remote, you lose some of that corporate culture
Yeah.
uh, that you get in an office. But with these meeting cards, they are a great way to kind of bring that culture back and put it into a Zoom meeting. So picture your business value on this card or a typical saying that you use within your business. You can, showcase it in your Zoom calls to kind of keep that company spirit alive. So we can customize everything for any business.
That's great. I can only imagine, losing culture and trying to navigate being online and keeping that. How important is keeping culture in organizations?
It's so important. I mean, I think the culture is really what keeps people motivated, keeps people inspired by the mission, and just attracts the type of person that you want working at your company to help achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So, really, culture is everything. And I think that's going to be the biggest challenge as we continue to navigate this remote lifestyle is finding ways to bond over Zoom. This DigiCards is really just scratching the surface of what I think is going to come to work from home enhancements.
Yes, I totally agree. And so, using the cards, do you feel like, so is this one person needs the cards, or does the team need the cards? How does
It
that work?
works with one person. I like to say if you're someone who works in sales and you're meeting new people all the time, this is a really great way to build a rapport with whichever new person you're speaking to or meeting. It's a conversation starter. It's kind of like has a surprise and delight element. It's funny. It's light. But I would say it works best if the other person has it too. I think it also works best if you're in a meeting with three or more people because if you want to collaborate better over Zoom, it's a great way to get the conversation flowing. And also, this card here is one that I like to hold up frequently because I think a common issue on Zoom calls is speaking over each other and not having a clear way to let someone know that you have something to say. Like this, like pick me, I don't know, this could be really awkward to do, but this is simple, easy, and gets the point across.
I love it. I always find myself, there is usually on Zoom a hand raise option. I can never find it, and I'm trying to wave. And depending on how many people are on the call, that could be annoying.
Yeah, and it's very easy to miss it too. I know Zoom has these little emojis that go into the corner. I can probably place one on the screen here. Yeah, reactions, but it's so tiny and so easy to miss. Whereas this is very easy to see. So
Love it. I love it. How was the process of getting the product to market? So we have several different people on the call. We have people who are, working a full time job. Those may be interested in business, but having an idea and bringing it to market. How was that process?
yeah, well, for us, that's what we do. Clients hire us to bring companies into the market. So we put together our own strategy. And thankfully, over the past 9 years of running a social agency, we have a pretty robust email list. So that was one of the first tactics that we use is to just alert everyone on our email list that Socialfly created a new product that is very relevant for a lot of people. And we also launched everything on social media. We sent the product to influencers we know to test out. And my business partner and I have a podcast as well, and we interview guests 4 times a month. So we gave every guest the cards, picked their brain, got their feedback, got them into the hands of really a lot of influencers. And then we also did Facebook ads, which we always advise to our clients is really the most efficient way to get your brand in front of your target audience. And we also hired a PR company for a few months just to build some buzz and get the word out. And luckily, we were able to get on the Kelly Ripa show.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome. I mean, that's how we found you. We definitely saw an ad and was so excited, and thought was so befitting. Our theme for this month is a virtual meeting toolkit. So
Um,
it was really, really interesting to find a
Definitely
product,
free toolkit.
yeah, something that fit our theme perfectly. So let's play a little game. So I want you to be pulling up a digicard. I'm going to say a scenario that I have typically seen on all my Zoom calls. So we'll start. What card would you use if I have a coworker who has a dog that is barking?
I would use this one. Very
Yes, please.
nice way to say, please be quiet.
I love it. I love it. Okay, next one. Your boss asks if we agree with what he is saying.
If it's your boss, I would probably use this card, but this one also exists.
Ah, I love that one. Depending on your boss, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. What if your colleague looks like this?
Oh, that one is bad service you could use. We also have your
Oh, I
frozen.
love it. I love it.
You also have, there's another one. Can't hear you. Oh, can you hear me?
You're frozen. Oh, yes. Your frozen's a good one. I love that because I have been in Zoom meetings where someone has been in like the best thought, and then I love it. I love it. Okay, next one. When your boss says, "Thank you, Vanessa," show Vanessa some love, everyone.
This one, it's actually one of my favorite ones.
Yes, I love that one. I will say that's my favorite. I cannot wait till I get my cards in the mail. Okay, and last one. What if the host says, "We would like," who would like to give an example?
This is my probably my second favorite
Yes,
card.
pick
Yay.
me. I think that is awesome. I cannot wait to get these cards. I know that our subscribers are going to love them as well. Last question. Could you give any advice on inventing something, as being a female and in this space? Because a lot of times, service based businesses don't typically have a product. So now you've got a product that you've entered in the market. So tell us a little bit about that advice and what you can give advice to someone else.
Yes, I'm someone who constantly loves to learn new things. So when we decided to develop this as a product, I was just so fascinated by the product, and I've learned so much about product development. And I would say with a paper product, it's a lot easier to manufacture versus a tech product or a hard good. But there's a lot of information online, and I would say it really starts with getting the design right. And if you don't have designers on your team or access to designers, you can find them easily on sites like Upwork. So work with a designer to really map out what you want to create. And then from there, do some research and find a manufacturing company who can help you bring your product to life. Meet with a few and select the one that fits your budget. Do some research on how much it will cost. Sometimes the barrier to entry to develop something might require you to raise money, depending upon what it is, or partner with someone who can do what you can't do. And then from there, you kind of just go through this process of building out a prototype and testing out, how the product works. And then from there, once you finalize the product, and I would say don't get too caught up in making it perfect, because if you want to make it perfect, you might never launch or it might delay things. And I'm a big advocate of just getting something out there and changing it on the fly. Um, and that's exactly what we did. And we're learning every day as we're going. And this product has really grown and morphed into things that I didn't even see coming. So it's a process, but it's definitely a lot of fun.
Well, I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know our subscribers are going to love the DigiCards. I wish you so much success. Again, thank you so much. And I know that you're such a smart woman. You saw a need, and I don't think that this Zoom life is going anywhere. So I am sure you're going to have some other products coming, and we cannot wait to share them with our team.
Stay tuned. I might have something.
Awesome. Thank you again.